Most people think aging gracefully means following every health trend and avoiding all risks. But here's what's shocking. The people who've actually made it to 100 have a completely different playbook. They're not obsessing over superfoods or tracking every step. Instead, they've identified 5 specific habits that most of us do every day that are literally stealing decades from our lives. I've studied the patterns of centenarians worldwide, and what I found will surprise you. The biggest threats to longevity aren't what you think. Today, I'm sharing the 5 things that people who live past 100 say you absolutely must stop doing if you want to join their ranks. These aren't theories. These are insights from people who've actually cracked the code on living well into their 2nd century. Habit 1. Stop obsessing over perfect health. Here's the first habit that's secretly shortening your life. Obsessing over perfect health. I know this sounds backwards, but centenarians have taught us something crucial about the stress paradox. When you constantly monitor every health metric, track every calorie, and panic about every symptom, you're creating the exact stress response that accelerates aging. Think about it. Your body doesn't know the difference between running from a tiger and stressing about your cholesterol numbers. Both trigger the same flood of cortisol and adrenaline that breaks down your cells over time. Centenarians understand something we've forgotten. The pursuit of perfect health can become more dangerous than the imperfections you're trying to fix. Take Jan Calment, who lived to 122. She smoked until she was 117, ate chocolate regularly, and drank port wine. Or consider the centenarians in Sardinia, who drink wine daily and eat plenty of meat. They're not following any perfect health protocol, yet they're outliving people who obsess over every health decision. The secret isn't perfection, it's the 80-20 approach. Centenarians focus on getting the big things right most of the time. Then they let go of the rest. They eat well 80% of the time and enjoy themselves the other 20%. They stay active consistently, but don't stress about missing a workout. This flexibility actually reduces the chronic stress that ages you faster than any imperfect meal ever could. Here's your practical shift. Instead of tracking everything perfectly, focus on consistency over perfection. Choose 3 simple health habits you can maintain without stress. Maybe walking daily, eating vegetables with most meals, and getting decent sleep. Do these consistently. Then stop obsessing about the details. Your nervous system will thank you, and ironically, you'll probably get better results. Habit 2. Stop isolating yourself for success. The second deadly habit is isolating yourself in the name of success. We live in a culture that glorifies the lone wolf mentality, grinding alone, sacrificing relationships for goals, and believing that success requires cutting people out. But centenarians reveal a harsh truth. Loneliness kills faster than smoking 15 cigarettes a day. The research is staggering. Chronic loneliness increases your risk of early death by 50%. It's more dangerous than obesity, more deadly than air pollution. Yet we keep buying into this myth that successful people must choose between relationships and achievement. Centenarians prove this is completely backwards. Look at the blue zones, regions with the highest concentration of centenarians. Whether it's Sardinia, Okinawa, or Costa Rica, these communities prioritize social connection above individual achievement. They eat together, work together, and support each other through life's challenges. Their success isn't measured by personal accomplishments, but by the strength of their relationships. Here's what centenarians understand that we don't. Human connection isn't just nice to have, it's a biological necessity. When you're socially connected, your body produces less cortisol. Your immune system functions better, and your brain stays sharper longer. Relationships literally keep you alive. The compound effect is incredible. Every meaningful conversation, every shared meal, every moment of genuine connection is an investment in your longevity. Centenarians don't see relationships as distractions from their goals. They see them as the foundation that makes everything else possible. So here's your action plan. Identify one relationship you've neglected because of work or goals. Reach out this week. Schedule regular check-ins with people who matter to you. Join communities around your interests. Remember, the most successful centenarians aren't those who achieved the most individually. They're those who built the strongest networks of support and love. Habit 3. Stop living in constant urgency. The third habit that's aging you rapidly is living in constant urgency. Everything feels urgent. Everything needs to happen now, and you're always running behind some invisible deadline. This chronic urgency response is literally aging your body at the cellular level, and centenarians have a completely different relationship with time. When you live in constant urgency, your body stays in fight or flight mode. Your heart rate stays elevated. Your muscles stay tense, and your stress hormones never get a chance to reset. This isn't just uncomfortable. It's destroying your telomeres, the protective caps on your chromosomes that determine how fast you age. Chronic stress can shorten your telomeres by up to 10 years. Centenarians approach time differently. They understand that very few things are truly urgent. They've learned to distinguish between what feels urgent and what actually matters. This isn't about being slow or unproductive. It's about being intentional with your energy and attention. Take the centenarians in Okinawa, who practice harahachi-ba, eating until you're 80% full. This isn't just about food. It's a philosophy of moderation and patience. They apply this same principle to their entire lives. They work steadily, but not frantically. They pursue goals, but don't sacrifice their peace for speed. Here's the paradox. When you stop rushing, you actually become more effective. Your decisions improve when you're not panicked. Your creativity flows when you're not stressed. Your relationships deepen when you're present, instead of constantly thinking about what's next. The practical technique is simple but powerful. Before reacting to any urgent situation, take 3 deep breaths and ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? Most of the time, the answer is no. This simple pause can break the urgency addiction and give your nervous system the reset it desperately needs. Start practicing present moment awareness. When you're eating, just eat. When you're talking to someone, just listen. When you're working, focus on one task at a time. Centenarians have mastered this art of being fully where they are, and it's one of their greatest longevity secrets. Habit 4. Stop avoiding physical discomfort. The fourth habit that's shortening your life is avoiding all physical discomfort. We live in the most comfortable era in human history, and it's killing us. Air conditioning, elevators, cars, delivery apps. We've engineered discomfort out of our daily lives. But centenarians reveal something crucial. Your body needs stress to stay strong. This isn't about seeking harmful pain or injury. It's about understanding the difference between beneficial discomfort and dangerous damage. Centenarians embrace what scientists call hormesis, the principle that small doses of stress make you stronger. Just like muscles grow when you challenge them, your entire system becomes more resilient when you regularly experience mild discomfort. Look at the centenarians. in the mountains of Sardinia. They walk steep hills daily, work with their hands, and expose themselves to temperature changes. They're not doing this because they have to. They're doing it because their bodies crave this natural stress. Their bones stay dense, their muscles stay strong, and their cardiovascular systems stay robust well into their hundreds. Modern comfort seeking is creating a generation of physically fragile people. When you always take the elevator, always stay in climate-controlled environments, and always choose the easiest path, you're telling your body it doesn't need to be strong anymore. Your bones become brittle, your muscles atrophy, and your resilience disappears. The mental benefits are just as important. Every time you choose discomfort over comfort, you're building psychological resilience. You're proving to yourself that you can handle challenges. This mental toughness becomes crucial as you age and face inevitable difficulties. Here's how to start. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Walk or bike instead of driving short distances. Try cold showers or spend time outside in different weather. Do physical work with your hands instead of always using machines. These aren't punishments. They're investments in your long-term strength and vitality. Habit 5. Stop postponing joy and purpose. The fifth and most devastating habit is postponing joy and purpose. You tell yourself you'll be happy when you achieve the next goal, when you have more money, when you retire. But centenarians know something that dying people always discover too late. Someday is the ultimate life shortener. The biggest regret of people on their deathbeds isn't what they did, it's what they waited to do. They waited to travel, waited to pursue their passions, waited to tell people they loved them. They treated life like a dress rehearsal instead of the main evento. Centenarians approach life completely differently. They find purpose early and maintain it throughout their lives. They don't wait for permission to pursue what matters to them. They understand that having a reason to wake up every morning is literally a matter of life and death. Research shows that people with a strong sense of purpose live up to 7 years longer than those without one. Purpose activates your immune system, reduces inflammation, and gives your brain a reason to stay sharp. It's not about having a grand mission. It's about finding meaning in your daily actions. Look at centenarians like Sister Madonna Buder, who started running marathons at 48 and continued into her 90s, or Harlan Sanders, who founded KFC at 62. They didn't wait for the right time. They started where they were with what they had. The longevity benefits are incredible. When you're aligned with your purpose, stress becomes energizing instead of draining. Challenges become opportunities instead of obstacles. You wake up excited instead of dreading the day. Here's your assignment. Identify one thing that brings you genuine joy or fulfillment that you've been postponing. Maybe it's learning an instrument, writing that book, or volunteering for a cause you care about. Start this week, even if it's just 15 minutes a day. Don't wait for someday. Centenarians know that someday never comes. So that's the truth. Centenarians don't want you to miss. Start living like them today, not at 65. Pick one of these 5 habits to change this week and watch how it transforms your energy and outlook. Subscribe for more longevity secrets that actually work.